Do you know all the different forms of power chords that are commonly used in rock and roll music? Well, you probably already know this 2-note version and this 3-note version. There's also a ton of different forms that you can use to play power chords. In this video, I'll show you 6 different forms of power chords and demonstrate how each different form is used in famous rock songs. And make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I'll show you a version you're probably already using and don't even realize is power chords. So if that sounds good to you, grab your guitar and let's go. So the most common version of power chord is the 2-note power chord. So if we take an A, for example, this is the 2-note version. So we've got a root note at the 5th fret of the low E string, and that's an A. And then we've got the 2nd note of our 2-note power chord at the 7th fret of the A string, and that's an E. And so played together makes up a 2-note power chord. And this can be moved up and down the neck. And we can even move the form of the chord to have its root note on the A string. So if we play at the 5th note of the A string, our root note is a C, making this a C power chord. And then we can even move it one more position to have the root note on the D string. And if we play it here, it's a G power chord, because the 5th note of the D string is the root note, and that note is a G. But if we want to move the root to the G string, we have to change the form of the chord. So we're just going to stick with the root on the E, A, and D strings here. And so the formula for any type of power chord is just 2 different notes. It's the root note, in this example the A, and then the 5th note of the major scale. So if we take our A major scale and go to the 5th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 7th fret of the A string is the 5th note of the A major scale. So that's the 2nd note that we need to complete the chord. And this holds true for any type of power chord. And so the 2-note power chord is usually the most heavy sounding of all the power chords. And a good example of this is Iron Man by Black Sabbath. And so basically all Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath is doing is he's taking that movable form of the 2-note power chord and playing a heavy riff based on the low E string. But we could just as easily play that same riff in a different key by starting with our root note on the A string. And that's one of the nice things about power chords, and especially 2-note power chords, is you have a lot of different options as to where you can move them along the fretboard. And that brings us to our next most common power chord, the 3-note power chord. And so for the 3-note power chord, we are taking that same formula, the 1st note and the 5th note of the A major scale, and then we're just duplicating the 1st note. So it looks like this. So we've got our root note A at the 5th fret of the low E. Then we've got our 5th note of the A major scale at the 7th fret of the A string, which is an E. So there's our 2-note power chord. And then if we play the 7th fret of the D string, that's also an A. So we're just duplicating the 1st note. So we've got 1st, 5th, 1st note of the A major scale, making a 3-note A power chord. And again, these are movable up and down the neck. And we can also move the root up to the A string. But we can't move the root of a 3-note chord up to the D string. Because of the tuning of the guitar, we get an off note. We would have to change our fingering of the chord in order to do that, and that's going to be a little bit outside the scope of this lesson. So a good example of a 3-note power chord riff is Song 2 by Blur, which goes like this. So you'll notice with the 3-note power chords, they are a little thicker, a little fuller, and even a little brighter. And that's because of that duplicate 1st note, which creates an octave sound. And so these are great for bigger sounding rock songs. So the next form of power chord we're going to talk about is the 2-note inverted root power chord. And it sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. So we already covered that the formula for a power chord is just the root note and the 5th note of the major scale. And in a normal power chord, the root note is the lowest note played in the chord. So for example, if we take our A power chord, the root note, the 5th fret of the low E string, the A, is lower in pitch than the 2nd note, the 5th note of the A major scale at the 7th fret of the A string. So this is a standard 2-note power chord. If we switch the two and make the E the lowest note in that power chord form, and the A the higher pitched note in that 2-note power chord, we still have the same 2 notes in the chord, but we get a different tone, and it's called an inverted root. So an easy way to do this is to have our A note at the open A string, and our E note at the open E, the low E string. So again, we have our A and E notes like we do here. We just have switched which one is the lowest note. So now instead of our A being the lower note, the E is the lower note. So you can hear the difference in tone between the two. Here's a standard A 2-note power chord, and here's an inverted root 2-note power chord. And again, this is a form that we can move up and down the neck. We can also do a root on the A string. We can also do a root on the D string. So this gives you a little bit of a darker 2-note power chord sound, while also kind of retaining the heaviness. So a great example of using the 2-note inverted power chord is Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. So again, the 2-note inverted root power chord form is very versatile. You can use it in a lot of different positions along the neck, and it can give you a little bit of a unique tone to your riffs. And so like the 2-note standard power chord, the 2-note inverted root power chord also has its 3-note version. And it works the same way. We're just going to duplicate an existing note that's already in the chord. And so if we take our A inverted root 2-note power chord, and we just duplicate the E note, we get this form of the chord. So we have an E, an A, and then another E. The second fret on a D string is also an E. So we add that octave, but it's just an inverted root octave. So you get kind of a heavy, dark, fuller tone, like when we did when we made the standard 3-note power chord. And this one can be moved up and down the neck. And also over to the root on the A string. But we can't move it to a D string root without having to change the form of the chord. And a great example of this is Fight for Your Right by the Beastie Boys. And so in this one, the first chord is just a regular 3-note power chord. And then we go to the inverted root and the inverted root, and then back to the regular form power chord. And that's one that you might not have noticed listening to this song, but when you go back and listen to it, you can hear those inverted roots in those last 2 chords. And it just gives it a little bit of a heavier, darker sound. And then if we want an even thicker sound than the 3-note inverted root power chord, we can play a 4-note inverted root power chord. So if we take our 3-note version and add another duplicate note, this time a duplicate of the A note. So we already had our duplicate of the E note. And then if we add a duplicate of the A note, we get basically 2 different octaves working together, and it gives it a very full, dark sound. So it sounds like this. So we've got our inverted root E, then we've got our A, and then we've got a duplicate of our E note at the 2nd fret of the D string, and then a duplicate of our A note at the 2nd fret of the G string. And so we can move this form up and down, but the root has to stay on the E string. And so you can hear that this inverted root power chord form is a little bit thicker than the 3-note version. It's also a little brighter, less dark, and it's used in a lot of grunge music, but you can also hear it in a lot of different surprising places. So a good example of this is Cold Feelings by Social Distortion. So the main rhythm starts off with a regular 3-note power chord, then goes to a major bar chord, then goes up to the 4-note inverted root power chord. And just using that single inverted root power chord form within the chord progression really gives it that kind of signature dark social distortion sound, while the rest of the chords give it some heaviness and brightness. So again, this is a good one to kind of add as an accent chord to darken up your rhythms. And you can also use that form of the power chord for every chord in your chord progression. Alright, so the last form of power chords we're going to talk about today are ones that you might even be already using and not knowing, and that's the open form of power chords. And so the open form power chords follow the same rules as every other power chord. It's made up of the root note and the fifth note of the major scale. And so some examples are the G power chord played in the open shape, or the D power chord in the open shape, or the C chord in the open shape. So if you'll notice, I'm fingering these chords exactly as I would play the open chord version. The only difference between the open form and the power chord version is that I'm muting or omitting some strings. So for the G power chord version, I'm playing a standard form of the G major chord. The only difference is I'm muting the second fret of the A string with my index finger. I basically removed the one note that's different between a major chord and a power chord. So as we talked about before, a power chord is made up of the first note and the fifth note of the major scale. Well, a major chord is made up of the first, third, and fifth note of the major scale. So an easy way to make open power chords is to take out that third note of the major scale from your open chord forms. And so for this version of the power chord, we have first and fifth notes of the major scale just duplicated throughout that chord. So we've got G, D, G, D, and G, making it a power chord. And we do a similar thing when we play the D version of the power chord. We just omit that second fret of the high E string. And then with the C major chord, we're going to do the same thing we did with the G major chord. We're just going to mute that second fret of the D string with our middle finger. And you may not even realize this, but when you play the three-note version of the E power chord, that's an open chord, or the A version, the same thing. And so these open power chord versions are very big sounding. A great example of it is Dirty Deeds by AC/DC. And so they're playing those open versions of the power chords that I just showed you with a little variation on the G chord. But you can notice how big and bright those chords sound. So experiment around with these different chord forms in your songs and see how maybe changing up the form of a chord in your progression can really change the overall tone of your songs. So that's it for this video. If you appreciate this content, remember to like and subscribe. And check out my website, scottobryanguitar.com. I have my beginner guitar course up there, which takes you from scratch, like never having played guitar before, all the way up to rock and roll proficiency, in 10 easy to follow videos with some cool songs to learn along the way. And I'll see you guys next time.